Good morning.
Good morning. Did you have a happy Easter?
I did. And you?
I did. It involved some being outside on a colder day than I thought it was going to be, and family and a new baby. It was really lovely.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
How about you? What'd you do? Breakfast?
Um, we did a very nice Easter breakfast and then hung out. We were going to do our typical watch Godspell, which we do on Easter morning, but we didn't get to that this year.
I've never
Yeah,
done that. That's what a great thing.
we do the triumvirate. Friday night, you do Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Uh-huh.
Saturday, you do Jesus Christ Superstar, which we did do. And Sunday, you do Godspell. There you go.
Those are great.
As a fan of Broadway and show tunes.
I love that. I would have sang along to all of it.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Oh,
In the comfort of my own home, so nobody can hear me, but Lizzie and
top of my life. How great is that?
So everybody, welcome to Monday Morning Coffee with Kyle and Ann, where we talk about Chicago real estate. We sell downtown Chicago. Our office is on the Mag Mile, and we just love to talk about real estate every week. And we've got a great show today. We're going to talk about private listings. So if you want to know the inside scoop, stick around and see it all. Anything else before we jump into our Statsaronies?
Let's go into our Statsaroni.
So it's the first of the month. So of course, I've got everything through the first quarter now. So let's check it out. Why is that like that? Oh, there we go. Okay. So as always, we do the lakefront communities, which means from the South Loop up to Edgewater, including those communities immediately to the west, which means Westtown, Logan Square, North Center, Lake Square. Okay. Anyway, here we go. So, boy, this is not going to surprise you. It just is going to depress you. Let me buckle up, Kyle, buckle up. All right. Houses first.
Oh my God.
65 closed, and it's down. You see the graph go up.
Is this the month or is this the quarter?
This is the month. I always do the month, but I'll get to a quarter later. Yeah. So it's 65 homes closed in the month of March, which was down 27% versus the year before.
This is the start of our spring. Oh my God.
Down 27% from last year. Under contract, 82, down 23% from last year. I know, right?
Oh.
Just abysmal. Active, only 97 homes are on the market in the lakefront communities right now, and that's down 44%. If you look at 2021, we had over 400 homes on the market during this time period. So we are less than a quarter of what we had in 2021. All right. That equates to a 1.3 month supply of homes, which is down 38% from last year. This I thought was really interesting. I wanted to know how many showings there were per listing. Now, this keeps track of all the showings, okay?
Through showing time, yeah.
Through showing time. Now, it only includes those that are tracked through showing time, but it includes the dogs that have no listing, that have no showings.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
This is an average. So my point is here, if something's been on the market for 5 months because it's overpriced and it's getting no showings, that's getting averaged out. 5.9 is the most number of showings in a month for a home in the last 10 years.
Wow.
In the last 10 years. So the point is, as few homes as we have, we're getting more showings per home than we've ever had before.
Yeah.
And of course, we all know basic economics, folks. $1,552,000 is now the median sales price in our marketplace.
So 48% since
2021. Yeah. If you bought a home in 2021, which was, by the way, when things were very active then because of COVID and people wanted to get out of condos.
Yeah, into houses.
Into houses. Yeah. And they've still up 48%. What an asset that is, huh? All right. So here's the first quarter. And it's just as awful as you expected it would be. We are down 25% from last year's first quarter. 150 homes closed versus 200.
I'm just shocked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's inventory, people. That's not the economy. That's inventory. People are desperate.
Yeah.
And the showings per listing shows how desperate.
Exactly right. All right. So let's switch over to attached. It's not as crazy. Not great, but not crazy. 866 closed, which was down 3% versus last year in March. 1,094 went under contract in March, which was down 9%.
Still, ugh. And again, inventory, not people.
Yeah. Look at the inventory here. 1205 on the market is down 34% versus what we had on the market in March of last year. Down 34%. That's a 1.5 month supply, which is down 32%. Now, this is condos, folks. Condos that typically everybody says you don't do well with. 5.7 showings, both last month and this month. Showings per listing.
Huge.
5.7. Yeah. And condos increased 14% in 5 years to 472.5.
Wow.
Condo sales are down 10% versus last year. What?
I love those are the, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is
years. And now I get it. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I looked at it too and thought 1885, what was I doing? Yes, 1,885 closed in the first quarter of 2026 versus 2091 closed in the first quarter of 2025. But look, it's almost exactly the same as 2024. Interestingly enough.
Horrible years. We were crying about inventory throughout our show. We've been crying about inventory. People, at some point, inventory is going to go up, and we're not going to cry about it. But we are not there.
Oh my gosh. Well, and speaking of which, let's just take a moment to congratulate you on winning in a multiple offer situation this weekend.
I mean,
kudos, Kyle. Well done.
It was a team effort. We had our lender, Key Mortgage, Lauren Marks of Key Mortgage, who called the agent and walked through how rock solid she felt our buyers were. So even though we had a home close contingency, we still won again in a competitive situation. But it really takes planning, joining hands, having a good team.
Good for you. That's amazing. Way to go. Okay, this is crazy too. Look at this. 6.46 is what Freddie Mac put out as average interest rates on Thursday of last week, which is when they put them out every week.
Yeah.
We were below 6% very recently, like
for a month ago. Yeah.
A half a point in a month it's gone up. And that has shown itself. You know, here's the thing. You and I both know, and of course our viewers know this too, but let's just say it one more time. When we show the stats that I just gave you, that's a lagging indicator.
Yeah.
And we try to show you foot traffic and number of showings to try to give you a sense of how busy it is. On the other hand, I'm feeling showings going down because of these higher interest rates. I don't have any documentation to show that, but a few people are stepping out with the rates where they are. So we'll see.
I think people are stepping out because because they're focused on areas where they're going to be in a multiple offer situation and they're losing. And that's true. Every time you lose a little bit of your heart. And so I think they're feeling like, I can't do this.
Yeah. I have a few buyers who have just stepped aside and said, I need to take a break because this is just too difficult for me. Yeah. And it's hard to watch because prices are going up while they're taking a break.
I know. It's terrible.
Anyway, wait, I just clicked a slide without talking about it because I was just so overcome, verklempt. Okay, we haven't talked about rents in a while, so I thought I would bring it back up. Median rent in Chicago is 22.25. Just to
That's
give you,
across the city. That's the
yeah,
entire city. So even the neighborhoods that get very low rent.
and you can see the graph how rents have gone up. You know, they go up, they go down.
Mhm.
But here are the neighborhoods. I thought you'd like to see this. So Edgewater's a bargain at 1750, as is Rogers Park at 1700. But if you look at near North Side, Gold Coast, Streeterville River North, 2955 is the median. And that is very interesting given the fact that there are so many studios and one bedrooms, more than any other neighborhood in the city.
But that's also the ones, that's the neighborhood where you're going to get a $10,000 a month rent too.
Right, exactly right. And then the near West Side, 2916. Those are the hot rental areas.
Yeah.
We are number 13. You know, when we started this show, and I started doing, not when I started the show, when we started looking at Zumper rents, we were at number 19 in the nation in terms of how much it costs to rent an apartment in Chicago. And now we're at number 13.
Well, but
So
also look, the ones that are expensive are the ones that have low inventory, where inventory and prices. I mean, New York City is always going to be high, and so is San Francisco. But
Right.
it's the places where you can't buy. I mean, Boston, good Lord. It's really amazing.
Right, right. So, but we're right up there with them. Yeah,
Oh,
Boston, Miami, Arlington, Virginia, not a surprise. LA, not a surprise. Honolulu, not a surprise, right?
why does Honolulu get, was change Honolulu's ranking change? I was like, why is there a one by Urban Honolulu, which is where I'd like to be right
Oh, yeah, ranking changed.
now.
Did it go up one?
10 to 9 or something like
Yeah, I don't know.
that. Well, whatever.
Interesting. Okay.
Ooh,
Anyway, so that's it. Let me get out of there. So that's what's going on. It's an interesting time to be buying and selling in Chicago.
well, one of the things that your statistics, which were great and really telling, didn't show is the private network behind these actives. Your data on actives does not include the private stuff, right?
That's correct. It does not.
And so we start to think, why are things on private? Because there's so much demand. Wouldn't sellers do better to be on the public network where everyone can see, and
Right.
you'll get even more traffic? And
Let me just interrupt you 1 second. I did numbers right before we came on the air. Do you remember we had like 95 homes for sale? There are 44 private homes for sale.
Yeah.
In addition to those 95. And there are 30 that are under contract that were private only, not
Yes.
active contingent. In terms of condos, there were like what, 885 or something active. There are 305
What the furf?
private, right?
I don't use such language, but what the furf?
Okay, so now you and I have talked about it, and I know you delved into single families today to share with us what's going on. So I'm sorry, I just wanted to put in perspective the numbers because it's shocking to me.
So
Shocking.
when I went into, I took a look. So pull up my the private network slide.
This one?
So yeah, this one. So this is an example of what I see on the MLS when I put in private single family home, detached, as we like to call it in the business, in the certain neighborhoods that we like to cover. And I didn't use all of them. I just used some of them just to get a sense. And Ann's right, 44 homes are sitting on the private network. And I'm thinking to myself, why are so many of these houses? So I went into and looked at a bunch of them. Some of them are new construction, and there's nothing really to show. So what they're trying to do is get it further along so that when somebody comes to see the property, they can see something. So I get that. Some are having work done. Totally get that. Some are, some say that they're coming on soon. I totally get that. So, but there are some that I thought were interesting for us to talk about. So first, this house at 2430 North St. Louis Avenue, it's on the market for $1,025,000. And they had, so it said that it was going to be, it said in the private listing that it was going to go on the market on April 14th. On the open market, on the MLS. It will go from the private network to the MLS on April 14th. It had an open house on the 4th, and open houses are marketing. And
You're right.
I don't know how technically legal this is. I know the agent who's done this, and she's a very accomplished agent, but I'm a little struck. So
yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No, worse. Open house on the 4th. On the 5th, a call for best and final offer. BAFO is best and final offer for Sunday night.
Not ever having been on the MLS.
Saying that they're going on the regular MLS, never going on the MLS. So it had previously been listed with another broker, had gone under contract, and it had not been listed. It had previously been on the private network, gone under contract in 5 days, and fell out, and we don't know why. So this house is as you can see, it's a former 2-flat. It was built as a 2-flat, and it's still legally a 2-flat. And there may have been some unpleasantness around the legal, somebody has to change the blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But,
right.
I mean, it's a cute house.
Yeah.
It's 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, legally a 2-flat. Lived at two-car garage with an EV charger.
So what do you think the deal is?
So
she just got so much reaction on the private network.
Her response to me was, the clients drove this.
No, no.
The agent is no. She says it's complicated, and I believe her. She's not a BSer, but she is a Compass agent. Listen, Compass is a great firm, but they are very interested in private network marketing. The firm, not the individual agents. Individual agents follow what their clients ask them to do. So, but I thought that was interesting, and I bet you will see that it's under contract this week. Never having gone on the public network. Okay, so this one, 1703 North Dayton, is on the market for $1,000 under $6 million. It's a 6-bedroom, 6.2 bath, so 6 full baths, 2 half baths, 8,200 square feet, 3-car garage with an elevator. You know I love an elevator. It was on the market as of March 25th, on the private network as of 25th. It says it was going on the MLS on April 1, and it has not gone on the MLS. I have no idea about showings. It was purchased in 2012 for $4,275,000. We don't know the owner. And I'm going to tell you this. Neither this nor the last one had a floor plan.
Had a what?
Sale of this house, this marketing of this house, nor the one that they bought had a floor plan. Why on earth would you offer a $6 million house and not do a freaking floor plan?
There's no excuse. The only reason would be that there's something weird about this floor plan.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm going to start showing you pictures. This is their outdoor space, kind of cool. No green space. You make your own green. Very pretty. It's a big lot. It's, I think, like a 30-foot, maybe a little larger, maybe 36-foot lot. So it's a big, wide house. Kara Mann is the interior designer. There's this room, and it's this room in both. Is that a ballroom? And it's always in both listings, the old and the new. I was trying to figure out what this was. Is this the primary bedroom? It's not the primary bedroom. I think it's like a family room. With a
It looks
big
like top floor in the back of the house, doesn't it?
It's
Like-
got its own back porch or front porch. I think it's a back porch. But anyway, interesting, huh? But I think that would do well on the public network, not on the public network.
Hmm.
So let's do the next one.
There you go.
So 1816 North Lincoln Park West is on the market for just under $4 million, and its active date has passed. So in the MLS private listings, you have to put when is it going on the MLS? When is it going on the public network? And listen, if you think it's never going on the public network, you put a date way out there so that it's not a big deal and whatever. But this one was listed on March 2nd, and it said it was going to go on the MLS on March 16th. Now, it's a 6-bedroom, 5 full bath, 1 half bath, 7,000 square foot house with a 2.5 car garage and an interior elevator, and it's solid brick on the prettiest street in Old Town on Lincoln Park West. Such a beautiful street with lots of great houses. And God bless them, they have floor plans for us. So you see that it's a tall, it's a regular size, 25 foot wide lot, tall and thin, but it's got this nice elevator, and it's beautifully vintagey. It's got the vintage charm to it. An older kitchen, but bright, bright, bright. A second floor living room. So it's got 2 living rooms, one on the first floor, one on the second floor, really deeply charming. And a beautiful outdoor space with garage, etc. And there's the elevator. I have no idea about showings, but it is 3 weeks now since or almost 3 weeks since it said it was going to go on the public network, and it's not. What are reasons that a property wouldn't go on the public network in this market
where everything's selling? Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that they were potentially testing the market at almost $4 million, and they're not getting any bites at $4 million. And it's just because once they go on the public network, then days accrue and people see that you're not selling at that price. So, that's my first guess. Your thoughts?
Yes, that this is a price that the agent doesn't support. Because the agent would say, we'll test it. But because otherwise the agent would be like, let's get it on the market.
Right.
Yeah. But maybe not. All righty, that's all I got. For these are just some examples of great houses that are not on the public network, on the MLS, where they could get so much attention in the hottest market we've had in the longest time.
Crazy stuff.
Now, what have you got?
Well, I've got, I didn't do the in-depth that you did, but I've got a few condos to show you. And these are at various stages. Okay. Some are active, we're coming soon. Some are fully vetted, just sitting there. So let me pull, obviously you can tell from the building that this is Water Tower. Here we go.
Hot building. This building was so cold a few years ago. Not even a few years ago. And now it is hot, hot, hot.
It is totally hot, hot, hot. This is a 17 1770 square foot, 2-bedroom, 2-bath for $1,000,001. It says it's going to go, showings will be made available once the property goes live on 4/9.
Okay, so coming soon.
So coming soon. Nice.
Ooh.
Pretty new
This is
kitchen,
1,700 square feet.
1770 square feet.
I'm going to tell you that kitchen looks like it's 1770. The living room.
Look at it on the floor plan, see how big it is.
Yeah. That's
So here's the deal. They're testing the market, obviously. Showings 4/9. They're trying to drum up excitement before it goes live, right?
Mhm.
That's my take on it.
Yep.
Now, this is an interesting one. This building doesn't have a lot of properties available.
Which one is this?
There aren't a lot in the building. This is 888 South Michigan. It is 525,000, 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Woo.
And this says that it's, let's see.
What are the HOAs in that building? High, low, medium?
HOA is 1446 for this 3-bedroom, so not terrible.
Mhm.
24-hour door staff with not a lot. It doesn't say when it's going active.
Usually it does.
I know. Or I just can't find it. Anyway, that's what the floor plan looks like. There are no interior photos, so my guess is
They're
that
changing. Yeah.
they're getting it ready to go. So that's that one.
Got it.
All right. Okay, moving forward.
Those probably have great views though, just based on all those windows.
Yeah, facing forward. All right. I don't have these in order. Can you tell? La,
That's
la, 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 la. I told you I wasn't ready today. Here we go. 525 Superior Unit 325. 2-bedroom, 2-bath for $575,000. We don't have any interior shots of that one. And it
That's
says,
him.
but it says schedule via showing time. Listing agent must attend.
Okay.
So whatever. This is
Yeah.
250 Pearson.
Hot building, always hot building.
Right. And so I couldn't figure out. Now this one says it's $1,000,003 for a 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath.
Wow.
And yeah, that seems
Values in that building have gone up really a lot.
HOA is 1508, which includes air conditioning but not heat. 1 parking spot included.
So heat must be fully electric, baseboard heat?
Yeah, that would be my guess. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's the thing about these private listings is you don't have all the information.
Yes.
So I'm always, here's the floor plan. Every room faces east, which, you've
Faces
got the park.
Faces south.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Faces south to the park in Northwestern. So it's all open.
Beautiful.
And you can see sideways over to Navy Pier. So yeah, the location's phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right. And then 1530 Dearborn here. La, 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 la.
Talking to a resident who lives in that building, and she is like, every unit is turning over. Because people live, when they bought, when it was first built, and they've never moved out. So
It is I love this building.
yeah,
So this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $799. And I'm not sure it's going to last very long. It's 1825 square feet for $799. Look at your views, guys, out of this.
it's an estate sale.
And then look at your floor plan. I think it's a fun floor plan because you've got this room, which can be an office off the living room, and then the 2 bedrooms in the back, which face west. But for $799 in the Gold Coast, I think it's a gem. So don't expect that to last long.
No.
And again, it doesn't say when it's going live. So, and then of course, the Whitney here, 1301 Dearborn. Now this one, okay, so this is almost the same price as what you just saw with 1,800 square feet, right? So this says it's 1,735 square feet. I don't have a lot of pictures. That's the only picture I have on it.
What's the price on this one?
780 versus the other one at 799 that you just saw at 1530 Dearborn. It's on the private network, but it's been on, the listing agent will meet you. They're doing showings, yada, yada, yada.
I'm going to tell you that this one, the Whitney, will require less work probably.
Yeah, well, it's newer.
Yeah, but I
Right.
think the other one looked like it's going to be dated
Yeah.
and you're going to have to do work. About the same size, same
Yeah.
price. And that one had a little balcony, the Whitney.
The Whitney has the balcony. On the other hand, you're closer to Lincoln Park with
Oh,
1530
the
Dearborn.
views are incredible. Yes.
The views are great. You've got 3 bedrooms instead
The
of 2.
only drawback about 1530, 1530,
Yeah.
1530 is the Latin drop off and pickup.
That's true. Very good point. Yeah.
Chaos.
Right in front of your, yeah. Yeah.
No. The whole street is unpassable.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Very good point.
Interesting.
Well,
Thank you, Anne.
so that's it. This whole private thing. So how do you summarize the private listing situation for our viewers?
So sellers, if you are being coached or if you're discussing how to market your property with an agent, really dive into the pros and cons of going on the private network for a period of time. And in this market, there's almost zero reason to do it unless you are being irrational about your price, unless you really want to test your price against the recommendation of your agent. Go on the public network. It's not that hard. It'll sell quickly if it's priced correctly. You'll get on with your life. Do it. To be hanging out on the private network, makes no sense. What do you think?
Sorry about that. I think that's exactly right. I think to gain momentum for a week, or if you can't show it for some reason,
Yes.
totally get it. But to be on private more than a week in this market makes no sense.
But even if you can't show it, don't go on any market, because I'm going to tell you, people are looking now and they want to see things now. They may not remember you in a week. So if they're
Good
still
point.
looking, whatever. But
That's a very good point. And that's why so many agents are canceling and relisting and active listing, because when you have so few listings, what are people doing? They're looking at new only.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking at new only.
So just some thoughts. We're always happy to talk to you about it. Send in your questions.
Absolutely. And of course, if you want to jump into the fray, you definitely need to get your ducks in a row and we can help you do that. So everybody, thank you for watching Monday Morning Coffee with Kyle and Ann. It was a pleasure talking with you about this crazy market, and we would love to help you. Please subscribe to our channels, follow us on social media, and reach out to us with your questions. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Thank you, Anne. Bye.